Hey everybody, welcome back. Kanan here. This is my review for ArcRunner, and if you're interested in this game and wondering whether you should spend your hard-earned cash on it, then hopefully by the end of the video I would have answered that very question. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the video if you're enjoying it. So first up, what is ArcRunner? Well, it's a futuristic cyberpunk-ish type game where a meta-infection has infiltrated the core, and it's up to you to go and reset the core in order to save reality as we know it. But this obviously is going to be a little bit more of a challenge considering the core controls every other robot around. The gameplay consists of you picking one different class, soldier, ninja or hacker, each having different abilities like shields and the like. And this is actually pretty cool because you can play this game up to 3 players, which is to say that each player can take a different class and do different things to each of the other players. The game is a roguelike type game, which means that you'll be going back to the start of the game each and every time you die and starting afresh. But luckily there are nanites that can be collected as you progress, and this means that you can upgrade your character in different ways, meaning that hopefully you can get further in the game each time you play. Controlling your character in third person is pretty decent. I had no complaints about it, except for maybe the aiming felt a little bit off here and there. Being plonked into the starting area, you soon realise that this game is a wave shooter, so this means that you'll be put into areas where you can wander around, but in each section of these areas you're blocked off and having to fight different enemy waves. So as you expect, there's running, there's jumping, and there's shooting, and lots of battling too. So you get the icon which tells you where you need to go. These actually, I was quite surprised, but you can actually hit these and blow them up, which is pretty cool. Look, area effect. I wasn't expecting that. Should have done it when I was around. And however, pick up different weapons from different areas that are dropped, and this will cause you to think a little bit more because some of these weapons are better than others. You do however have secondary abilities, as I mentioned, like a shield. You can also collect other secondary abilities to make yourself a bit more badass. Doing all of this is crucial to making it a little bit further before you bite the bullet and have to be resurrected. I know for a fact that some people hate this type of gameplay loop, as from the beginning it kind of like feels that you're not making much progression until you get those nanos and be able to actually get further from upgrading your character. Luckily there are bosses strewn around in different sections for you to defeat, and this kind of does break up the gameplay, and some of them are actually quite interesting, but it is learning the different patterns, but it does serve to help split up the game quite nicely. Graphically they are nice enough, but it does suffer from, I'm not quite sure whether it's just because it's on Nintendo Switch, but whilst looking nice enough, I don't think it quite holds up to what it was meant to look like. And the colour palette, while is okay, it kind of like feels a little bit bland at times and really doesn't look the best on a Nintendo Switch. The sound basically I thought was okay, except for the music, which was looped and not very good, but luckily enough you can actually turn this down, and that's exactly what I did. But most of the other sounds, like firing your weapon and moving around and all, did kind of what you expected. There were some nice futuristic sounds, Blade Runner-ish type sounds in there as well, and all in all not really offensive to the ears. Do go ahead and hit them like and subscribe buttons if you're enjoying this video. All in all, ArcRunner isn't a bad game. I didn't think it was offensive too much, and I enjoy playing it. It does have one of those gameplay arcs where you'll either enjoy it or you'll probably hate it, mainly because of being reset to the beginning time and time again. And if you're not very good at the game, this can take a strong toll upon you, as not much will change for quite a while. So as for my score, I'm going to give ArcRunner a 6 out of 10. A slightly above average game that has enough to keep you interested, but unfortunately I do think it may only appeal to certain people. And I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts in the comments, because life is better when we game.